Last time I made the city map out of Lego, and before that I made the treehouse. But after I made both of those, there was one map that was requested more than the others. And that was the mountains map. For the mountains map, I stuck at just building the igloo and the staircase up to the slides. Since the mountains map is one of the biggest maps in Gorilla Tag, I really just had to pick the most iconic section. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the build and start taking a look at it. But before we get into this mock, I just want to let you guys know that I also have a Gorilla Tag YouTube channel. I want to try to get it to 1,000 subscribers. This is it right here. Make sure that you guys go subscribe. Anyways, guys, let's get into the build. Starting over by the entrance, I did replicate some of that blue wall that goes around the entirety of the mountains map. I just put it over here because I wanted to include the little doorway, and we got a little lava monkey with the seagull hat running through here. But you can see if we take our monkey, they can come on through. His seagull hat kind of makes him a little hard to fit through, but he can fit through without that seagull hat. And I think I did a decent job replicating the entrance. I feel like it's really tall, but just because of the scaling of the monkeys, I had to make sure that they were able to fit through. But I did still make sure to get kind of that pointed little look there. And of course, that would be the tunnel leading back to the city map. Now in the wall here, I did use some normal blue along with some dark blue to kind of just contrast that a little bit and make it more interesting than it just being a entirely blue wall. Now let's take a look at one of my favorite parts of this build, which is the igloo. Starting at the front, of course, we had to include the little lantern here because I think it's a very iconic part of the igloo. And we also, again, have that little pointed roof little spot there. Moving over here, we got one of my custom monkeys from a subscriber. And he's got Russian hat, the big ears, the pepper, the cake, puffy orange jacket, and then also the snow shovel. But we can move him out of the way to get a better look at our build. So this roof can very simply detach. It is only connected by a few studs. And then we can go ahead and take a nice look at the inside. Now here's the inside of our little igloo. There is three little things, three little builds inside of the igloo. So we're gonna kind of raise this up so we can get a better look. Now looking straight down, you can see the three things. This is like where you can try on your cosmetics. This is where you select what game mode you want to play, and then we have the computer. And I'm gonna go ahead and take all these out so we can get a better look at them on their own. For our first little build, we have the little cosmetics area. So each one of these white studs is meant to represent like one of the cosmetics you have on there, and then I kind of replicated that same kind of shape where it kind of jets out right there. And then turning it around is just completely brown. And that's really all for this little build. Next up, we got where you can choose like what game mode you want. So the white grill piece is meant to represent the text on the side. And then we have one that's red, which represents the button that is clicked, and that's the game mode you're on. And then just a white one, which is not clicked at all. Turning this around, you can see that I used this clip piece that can kind of swivel up and down to get that nice angle on the board. And then finally we have the computer. Now this one's actually built into the igloo, so I kind of had to take off a section of it. But we do have the computer here with the green screen. I also went ahead and included this little printed keyboard piece because I think it just fits perfect. And then we just got the legs to the table. Now that we've taken a nice look at the igloo, we can just put the roof back on top. Again, just being connected with these two studs here. And now we can move on to the other part that I built, which is the little staircase up to the slides. Starting down here, we got the little hill that goes up. We can just move this monkey out of the way, who's also a subscriber. And you can see I kind of did the hill the same way, where it kind of comes out this way and then there's a corner and it turns that way. It was very hard to replicate in Lego though. And then we just go up here and there's another platform. Again, there's some holes here just because, you know, Lego, there's not a Lego piece for everything. So there's a bit of gaps, but I think it looks very good overall. We come over here, we got one post that goes up here and another one that goes up the middle of the stairs. Now I thought for a while on the best way to make these stairs, and I eventually just settled on using bricks and stacking them in like a spiral shape. I experimented with some plates and stuff and it just didn't end up working the way that I wanted it to. But I made sure to start the spiral where the spiral starts in the game, and you go on up, and you've got another monkey subscriber here. You go on up and it just spirals up, spirals up, spirals up, and then you got the top. Up here at the top is where you can go down the slide or go down the giant ice slide, and I made sure to replicate both of those in Lego. Now, of course, while building this map, I was not going to build the entirety of the map, just like how I didn't build the entirety city map, and I did not build the entirety of the forest map. And the slides go all around the entire mountains map. So I just had to give you guys a little taste of what the actual slide would look like. I did it in this dark blue color because I think it represents best with the pieces I have, and it is in that little circle shape, and you can have a monkey like go down it and slide down it. Now ideally I'd like it to be much bigger, but just with the pieces I currently have, I just could not really make that happen. I did make sure to include the fence, and I actually did it to accurate proportions to the game, because you have some posts that are skinnier than others, and I made sure to put those in the right spots as well. And then we have one of the most difficult parts, in my opinion, that was to make, which is the giant ice slide. So to make this, I just used some plates that kind of swoop, using these blue hinges down here, and I tried to make it starts really small, and then it goes bigger, so I tried to replicate that in Lego as well, and it's just kind of hanging off there. Now if we move back down, we can see something else. This is the side of the hill, where if you look at it in-game, it is blue just like the ice, and you've got the ice hill that goes down, but I did not replicate that because I just didn't have. I would have to make everything much taller, so I didn't do like the ice slide that goes down here. Instead, I just did a cutoff. Up here by the slide as well, we also do have a little lantern because it's there in the game. And I also made sure under this platform it is this blue color, which you can also see in the game. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really enjoyed making this map, and it's definitely one of my favorites that I've replicated in Lego. If you did enjoy, make sure that you guys do leave a like because it really helps. And also subscribing is always appreciated. I would like to put out some more Gorilla Tag mocks in the future, so if you have any recommendations, I know Caves was a runner-up to this mock, then make sure that you do leave it in the comments below. Again, I really appreciate all the support on all these Gorilla Tag mocks. And if you haven't seen those previous videos, or if you want to check out my Gorilla Tag YouTube channel, click one of the links on the end screen now. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching.